Hi. I'm I'm kind of a bit excited because in a few days I'll be trying to go over to travel to Japan on the 7th of January, which would be at nighttime around 6 p.m. I will be sending my cat to stay at cat boarding for a couple of days. I'm going to be making sure I got everything prepared and stuff. I already been packing up stuff and getting everything in order. Tomorrow I'll begin my PCR testing, which I'm pretty sure I'll test negative. I'll be surprised if I don't, especially because I already tested myself again, not too long ago. So, and the reason why I'm doing it again is because I want to make sure it's within the 72-hour limit to be able to go. Okay, so you had this test less than 72 hours ago, and it's negative, so you're good. So. And what I'll be going to, I think I've said, is Osaka, Japan. So I'm thinking about figuring out how much I will really be spending there, because I'm gonna stay there for about maybe 7 days, and so by the time I get there, I'm gonna be taking notes about like how much I've spent and stuff like that. And the reason I say this is because I've been trying to find out about budgeting when you're visiting a place like Japan. It just seems like the people who put down the numbers of like how much you think you're gonna be spending, they seem to put like even at the bare minimum, they think, oh, you'll probably spend maybe about $56 a day, and on average you'll probably spend 100 a day or something. And it just seems like that does not sound right. And that's one of the reasons why I'm just thinking, okay, probably for me, I'm just gonna go in there and do this myself and see how much I would spend in a day. Especially because for every person it's gonna be different, and some people might just spend like most of the day just relaxing in Japan. It just for the day mostly it just get something from a grocery store or a convenience store or whatever. Not really doing anything, so it really varies for every person. I think at the most expensive one probably be worried about is the travel, like traveling over to another country. As for like the inns or hotels or wherever they have, ryukens or hostels, um, many other places that you're allowed to stay at. It varies for each of them because it's not like if you go there, this is exactly how much it's gonna be because it varies for one you want to go. Some might actually be like very dirt cheap, like 20 a night or even 50 a night. In comparison to the Arizona, the hotel right now is like over 100 a night. So I wouldn't even bother with that. Didn't used to be that high before. Uh, and when I was finding out about like how much would be needed to eat in Japan, it is likely they think, well, maybe about 150, 100 or, I'm sorry, 1,000 or 1,500 yen for breakfast, and maybe 2,000 for lunch, and probably like 4 or 6,000 for dinner. I just think that is not. I mean, that if that is what people are going for, then yeah, because that's gonna be quite costly. But I think probably you can easily just get some foods um, at the bare minimum of like say 20 to 30 at the most, I think. I mean, it probably could be a lot cheaper than that, depending on what they're buying. what they're comfortable eating. Because not everything has to be all about just going for like very expensive restaurants. I mean, I like to try out some of the places. Some of the ramen, udon, soba, a couple of other things. There's some stuff that I cannot pronounce it, but it's kind of like a pancake sort. But it's not really pancake. Again, like I said, I don't know how to pronounce it, and it's not those jiggly, really thick cake or something. But so sorry. But again, I don't plan on spending too much, and I do plan on going to some of the places, like Osaka Castle one day, and probably some of the temple, and the next day or so, some of the museums. There's one that was housing and living development, I think. There was a museum for that, and science museum. I'll definitely want to try to check that out. I do want to try to go over to Kyoto, which I will do that as well, especially for the railroad museum that they have. I thought that would be pretty cool. So, I mean, I have a lot of things written down of what I plan on doing, even finding out about how much things would cost to try to go over there and stuff. So that's what I've been doing, and I think it seemed like for the week it would cost you 200, 300, but I'm not even sure that's right. In fact, I may have been miscalculating that. For all I know, I've probably just been spending at least 100 in that week. And considering I already spent for the hotel and the flight tickets, so that cost me about almost $2,000. So. And so that's what I'll be doing. I'll be taking a lot of video and photography of the place. And so I'll probably tell you about a lot of the things there. So that's it for today. So thank you for listening.